Can I get a mic check?
Mic check.
1, 2, 3,
Checking the mic
and
check.
we're live. Welcome to Phone Wallet Games Bachelor Reaction.
Hold on, let's start off. Your mic's real hot.
It is?
Oh yeah.
How hot? How hot we talking?
You were in the wave. You were like up here in the red.
All right, hit the record button and stop it. We
We can just keep this.
We're gonna keep it.
Do it again
Okay.
as a mic check.
Okay.
You like boom. Welcome everybody. Do yours.
3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to Phone Wallet
That's
Games
good.
Bachelor Reaction.
That's like perfect actually.
Oh, okay. Well, let's keep it.
Want to keep it? Let's keep it then.
We're keeping it.
Bachelor,
Y'all are getting raw, slightly edited footage.
Uncut.
Maybe a little cut. I'm trying
Anyways,
not to
we
suck.
just watched the latest episode of The Bachelor.
We got opinions. that
We got
y'all
some
are gonna
words,
hear.
Don. Hit him with it.
We
What's
started
the word?
off Phatty Maddy. That's Fatty with a PH, because we don't slander women here. Phatty Maddy, because she got that wagon. She had a solo date with Peter, and it was cute for what it was worth.
I don't even remember
They
what
were
happened.
on a boat, cruising through Lima, Peru,
Lima.
kissing, making out. Peter
Kissing.
was grabbing that thing.
Oh
palm
yeah,
grasping, as she
he's
should.
touchy-feely.
But that's the norm. What was important is during the dinner date where they didn't eat any of the food as always.
Oh yes.
Maddie brought up the fact that she's strong in her faith,
Right.
and she wants a man who's also going to be strong in his faith. And Peter
was like,
he's not that strong in his faith. He wishes he was.
he says he grew up in a Christian home and he has faith, which is kind of a weird thing to say, I think, but it's not as strong as it would want it to be.
It roughly translates to I believe in God, but I don't practice my Christian
Right. He's
principles.
saying what he thinks will work best for him in this situation.
And Maddie, for what it's worth, she's okay with it. But the big thing is, Peter says, "I'm falling in love with you."
He says it, the L word.
Maddie doesn't say the L word back.
Does not reciprocate.
But it's okay because she smiles, grabs him, gives him a couple kisses, which in my opinion is just as good in that kind of scenario. She's speechless.
That's understandable.
He left her speechless. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting because in the preview for the next week's episode, we see that it's revealed Maddie is saving herself for marriage, which Peter doesn't know as of now. But that may throw a wrench because we all know Peter likes to get buns.
Oh yeah.
We'll see how that
He's
goes.
in there. Next we had
Maddie gets a rose.
She does get the rose, yeah, of course. Next we had Natasha's one-on-one date. So they had a one-on-one date. They went out and explored. They saw these dancing people. They looked like they were having a lot of fun.
And she was
laughing.
looking good too. Let's not overlook.
They were laughing. He was touching the whole 9 yards and all that stuff. So they had a good time. They went into the dinner portion where they started doing the serious talking.
Where they didn't eat the food.
And now my opinion the whole time has been on the side of he doesn't like the dark women, okay?
He don't like chocolate queens.
That's my observation.
He sent a lot of them home.
I didn't think they really hit it off at all. They haven't had a lot of dates. Zero. I think this was their first one-on-one.
This was.
So at this point, I'm like, if she hasn't had a one-on-one yet, there's an issue. So they're talking, and he mentioned how they had, he had fun. She had fun. She's looking to be more serious with him in the future, and I mean, basically, he just was like, you're a great girl and all kind of thing. He picks up the rose.
This was disrespectful.
And he's like, I can't give you this rose.
And then puts it down.
And then he says, "Can I?" And so, so that was that. Which
he does say, "Can I walk you out?"
He does say, "Can I walk you out?" But I think I saw it kind of coming. I didn't feel their chemistry at all.
Man, I thought they
were buds. They were buds for sure. They were definitely having genuine fun with each other.
I will say, in Natasha's redeeming factor, Peter did say he could see a potential relationship.
Right.
It just wasn't far enough as far as
it was all potential stuff, and it wasn't far enough. So she went home, which I think was a good thing anyway.
Yeah.
So next
we have Crazy Kelsey, who is the owner of Champagne Gate.
Oh yeah.
Now we all agree Kelsey should have been sent home way long ago. She's been drinking herself with the bottle and crying every episode. It's wild. She has her one-on-one, and they have fun. They do ATV. Peter's watching out for her.
ATV.
She don't know how to ride it. Peter teaches her. He watches out for her.
It's a fun time.
And then they cuddle on a mountain. Great view looking over the city.
Yeah, nice view.
Peter tells Kelsey, this is how I felt about stuff. You never told me how you felt. They talk. Good talk.
Good talk.
But it really gets into the juice at dinner, where they don't eat the food again. You see a theme going?
JPJ.
Yep. So Kelsey pretty much tells Peter, if we make it to hometown, I don't want you to be surprised by anything.
Right.
And what I mean by that is that my father is not around. My mother's going to be baking cookies because she's super excited even now, but my father's not there. And she went and told him why. She won Miss Iowa, pageant lady, of course. Mm-hmm. And, father tried to reach out. Things didn't work out the way it should have. Dad's not in the life, and she doesn't want Peter to go into hometowns wondering, where's your dad? Why aren't you talking about your dad? What happened to your dad? So she broke down a little bit. She started crying. And Peter was just like, tears. Take this rose. You cried for me. You deserve this. And Kelsey gets what some would consider a pity rose. I don't. I think that was the right time to bring it up.
Right.
If you make it to the next leg, it's hometowns. He should be prepared.
It was hometown prep. She was just covering her bases.
She was laying the groundwork, and I think that was okay to do at this point in time. So Kelsey gets the rose, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, not an issue in our book there.
Yeah.
So
she's still crazy.
So we got 1 rose, 1 sent home, another rose given. There's only 2 roses left, and there's only 3 women left. The 3 women left are Victoria F. Bug Eyes. We have Hannah Ann, and we have Kelly.
Lawyer.
All right. I'm sorry. 3 left. So there's no more single dates. So they have another date card. It's a group date with the 3 of them.
Triple threat.
They go out to this hacienda, I think is what they called it. With the horses and the farm.
Hacienda sounds like a
and then, they meet there. I don't think they actually do anything. It just kind of goes straight into...
They talk about a chapel where they can get married.
Yeah. Talk about the history of the hacienda. But anyway, so they end up going into this other section. And this is where he starts picking them off one by one. All right. So he goes and talks to them one-on-one. They have pretty much their final chats. This is basically the rose ceremony.
Yeah.
So they have their final chats with him there.
Cocktail party, I'd say.
Yeah, cocktail party. So they go off to have their one-on-ones. The first one is with Hannah Ann.
Yes.
And that goes pretty well, I would say.
She brought out a list. Is this high school?
It is high school.
She had a heart over the I when it said, I love you. Why I love you.
She brought a numbered list of, I guess, the reasons why she likes him.
She's already young. She's just making herself look even more childish.
It was kind of painful and extremely cheesy, but again, Peter eats that stuff up, so it goes pretty well.
Desperation, I love it.
I had no doubts there, so she goes back. Next person to come in is Kelly. Was it Kelly? I thought it was Victoria.
It was Kelly.
Okay, so it was Kelly. So Kelly comes in, and she's the most non-expressive out of all of them. Mm-hmm. And previously we've seen she's kind of the more serious one anyway.
Is she a strong woman?
Based on the conversations, she's not a game player. No monkey business going on here.
She got her life, and she knows what she wants.
So they talk for a little bit, and she explains how she can see potential in the future, and Peter's like, I don't, and she explained that the experience is fun. She's having a fun time, and that may be where she got hit.
That's what she
because then he was like, I don't want this whole thing just to be about fun. And then she's like, oh, it's not just about fun, and she starts laughing, like kind of laughing a lot, saying that it's not all about fun. So that was kind of awkward the way they set that up. So they left kind of on an awkward note, but on kind of a hopeful note. We're not sure yet. So they go out. Now, this is where it gets real crazy. So Victoria is the next one. Bug Eyes. She comes in.
Cute as a button, though.
And immediately, she can't make, any contact. Peter is like, what? He's kind of confused about the last 2 dates because she's very insecure about everything.
Yeah, it doesn't want to answer questions.
And so he automatically just starts talking about how he's kind of confused with what's going on and her behavior and her being insecure and all that. And she's looking down. She's looking this way. She's like, I don't know why you're always in a mood when we're talking to each other.
She gets feisty.
She's on the defensive immediately, and she starts crying. And he's like, I'm not in a mood. It was bad.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. He was genuinely just concerned about the state of the relationship. But she's crying. She's not making any eye contact. She's getting pouty and whiny.
Like a baby.
Okay.
You would almost think she's going home.
Crazy. She's going home for sure. So they go back. They're all 3 together. So now he brings up the roses. And first, he was like, Victoria F., can I pull you aside and talk to you? So they go walk off and talk. And the whole way, she's like, I don't want to go.
She literally held his arms like, I don't want to go.
She's like, I don't want to go. And then so as he's talking to her, she's still looking down. She's being all pouty and everything. And then eventually he's like, will you accept this rose? And then she's like, yay! And then that's when she gets happy. For some reason, she can't pick a reason to be happy at any other point. She wasn't happy in the conversation. It's only when something good happens that she can be open and, genuine at all.
She can't deal with the hard questions, man.
Not at all. So that's the shocker because she had such an attitude.
Right. Disrespectful even.
It was outrageous.
Yeah, I would not.
Outrageous.
Not good for a potential wife.
So they come back. She has the rose. She gets in the car. She gets in the SUV and drives away. He goes back, and then so he's picking just between Hannah Ann and Kelly at this point. And so he's describing their good qualities and how much he
the bond between
all of them, and how the potential that he sees, and all that. But anyway, he eventually gives the rose to Hannah Ann. All right.
We all saw this coming. Kelly's too much of a woman for him.
It's hard to hope for the best in him. I always do.
He's gonna end up with the worst.
But he always disappoints me.
He's probably gonna end up picking Victoria to win it all, and then it's gonna crash and burn. Let's be honest.
Who knows? So I was sad to see Kelly go because she's a real one.
So was I. Yeah,
but
Kelly was real.
I think we know what it was. The reason why Peter had to send her home is because he really couldn't tell. She wasn't expressive about.
She didn't give him enough. Honestly.
Yeah, she wasn't expressive. It's not that she wasn't into him. She just wasn't very expressive with it.
Peter can't read it.
And that's what he needs. Peter's the kind of guy who needs...
With the short amount of time and all these women, he needs to be able to read you.
Right. So she wasn't giving him that. Again, it wasn't because she wasn't into him. She just wasn't that kind of person, which Peter isn't into those kind of people who aren't expressively,
he
needs
into him.
Touch too. So she was at home. I guess understandably now that I'm looking back. But
as a bonus credit, one of the fun parts was as he's walking her away, you see Hannah Ann just break down crying, happy crying and ugly crying. And
crying.
You hear her go.
She was ugly crying. It was a happy cry, but it was ugly.
One of our loyal viewers in the Twitch chat, because we do this live over on twitch.tv/PhoneWalletGames, somebody said, "Ew, what was that? It sounded like a Minecraft pig." I lost it.
It was bad. It was a bad cry. But happy for her. Kudos to everybody there. They made it to next round. Top 4 now. They're going into hometowns.
And the trailer looks like it's going to be
There's going to be lots of drama. Victoria F has more drama. So I'm looking forward to it.
Somebody's dad checks Peter. I don't want you to tell my daughter you love her. You got to send 3 girls home.
Very much needed check for Peter. So we're looking forward to that.
It's going to be good.
A lot of stuff going on. Only a few episodes left, so make sure you join in on Mondays over on our Twitch channel.
8 p.m. Eastern.
Twitch.tv/PhoneWalletGames.
Facts.
And we'll always post our reactions here as well in case you miss it. Make sure you go over and follow there. Subscribe here on here. Leave a comment of what you're thinking about, whether you think Kelly should have stayed or you're happy that she left.
Is Peter the worst bachelor in history?
Possibly.
Comment all that
down below. Leave a like. Leave a subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to. Otherwise, go follow us on our Twitter and on our Twitch as well.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time. It's bound to be good. Until the next time, though, don't forget your phone,
your wallet,
or your game.
We're out of here, guys. Have a great time.